My name is Melissa and I'm married to Damien. We have a 6-month-old son named Hugo. I'm the eldest of 3 kids and I probably have a bit of a perfectionist personality. I've always strived to do the best I can, tried to please people, and it has led to a fair bit of fear and anxiety. Just always wanting to do the right thing, following the rules, being very stressed. If I had someone do something nice for me, I had to pay them back. So it was this constant feeling of a reciprocal, transactional relationship where I actually didn't deserve to be blessed just because I was me. It felt like a lot of stress and worry, fear that people would see me for who I really was. I was a failure. My fear was that I'd failed. I wasn't worth anything. My best friend's mum was a Christian, and I remember her praying with us every time I'd go for a sleepover at her house. And I went to a Christian high school where I learnt a lot about God. One of my friends still laughs at me because I asked her at one point to stop talking about God so much. And I knew that I needed a saviour. Totally keen to go to heaven. Sounds great, but the idea of having Jesus as Lord was the challenging part. I thought I knew best and wanted to do, I guess, my own thing. I got married. I guess I thought going into my first marriage that I could work my way into a perfect family. It didn't work. At 26, my husband at the time came and told me he was having an affair. And so that blindsided me and kind of left me in a bit of a mess. I kind of knew that was something that could happen in a marriage, and I had made my vows and I was very keen to keep them. And I guess that was maybe part of that kind of wanting to do the right thing and that righteousness thing. I was ready to do the work. We can fix this. But I was flawed. I didn't know what to do when my husband couldn't say that he also wanted to work on our marriage. And I guess I just felt like the hopes and dreams that I had for our life were gone. And I felt like I had failed. There was part of me that was feeling really rejected, really unloved, but there was this really strange peace that God gave me. I was really grateful because I had known God, and about 3 months before, I'd felt God say to me, I want you to actually make a commitment to me. I wasn't connected into a church, I wasn't going regularly, but I just felt this desire to get baptised. I went and I got baptised, and then all of those things I'd heard about God loving me and me being precious to Him just clicked. All of a sudden I believed, and truly believed, that God loved me and that I was precious. So the things that I was reading in His Word were actually sinking into my heart like they never had before. As much as I thought I was okay, or I could be okay if I worked hard enough, I wasn't. I wasn't good enough to meet God's standards, and yet He loved me so much. Jesus, who knows everything about me, took on every punishment that I deserved. And even though He was perfect, God was okay with sacrificing Him in order to be in a relationship with me because of the fact that Jesus isn't dead anymore. I've got this hope that however I am, Jesus can be able to present me to God, with Him because of what He's done and not because of who I am. And I think what I love most is that it hasn't stopped and He keeps changing me. So there are things in my life that, I don't even realise aren't okay, but He keeps revealing them to me, and He in such a loving way will help me to change those things. And there's no condemnation and there's no fear, whereas in the past I would probably be terrified of someone pointing out my flaws. When God shows me things He wants me to change, I trust Him. I'm totally blessed that He brought along Damien. He probably would have never looked twice at me to date me in the person that I was before, and maybe I wouldn't have been interested in him, but he's the most wonderful man, and I think God's given me this new opportunity at a marriage and now a family that I would not have even imagined for myself.